Okay, now I'm live. How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and yeah, that's right. It is time for another one of these live streams, these weekly chats, whatever we want to call them. You may think of them as a podcast, but if I were to think of them as a podcast, it'd probably be the most boring podcast out there. That's not the point. It's really just to tell you what's been going on, to kind of stay in touch, if that makes sense. It is something that people enjoyed. So you know what? I can commit to that. Now, one thing I have changed up for this stream, we'll see how it goes going forward, but I have removed the chat that was over there. You can still see the chat, of course, on YouTube. You might just need to, well, you know, be engaging with it over there. If you're watching this on a TV, it should even still pop up on, I think, that side. So, you should still be able to see it, but I was thinking about it. It's like, you know, everyone's been really good so far, all things considered. But, you know, if people get a little out of control and stuff like that, then it's like on the video. Like normally if I were doing stuff with Twitch, I'd be able to make any edits before I made it over onto YouTube if there's something like really bad. But like with this, it's like, oh man, I'd have to like delete the whole thing. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I think it should be fine. Again, it's just more kind of thinking for the future. It hasn't been like a problem, but yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. I like to start off each stream by kind of talking about a few different topics that I've thought of. Again, it's very, very loose. It's not really like super structured or anything. I didn't even make notes. That's just kind of how it is. Maybe I'll do that for the future. But it's something that I think would be good to just kind of go over. So if you are saying hi, if you're, you know, kind of saying, you know, a few things, or if you have questions, that's totally fine. I am reading chat, but I'm probably not going to be responding to things until I'm done with this. Then we'll go on and have kind of more of a loose questions and answers section. But I think that kind of makes it just easiest to consume, especially if you're watching this on the VOD, like after the fact. So just have some patience if you're new here and you don't know what's going on. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to provide a really good experience of a guy talking. Nah, it's cool that so many of you just like to hear me talk. You know, it means so much, and that's why, you know, I wanted to continue these. I thought that'd be kind of neat. All right, so first topic of discussion. I have made a decision about Twitch. This has been something that, you know, I've kind of gone back and forth with. I know I haven't been streaming there since September, actually. And a lot of the issues with that have revolved around a lot of poor decisions that Twitch has made. A lot of decisions that are really corporate, a lot that are not creator-focused or viewer-focused. I understand that they're a business. I understand that, you know, they are in the business of making money. But at the end of the day, I feel their actions just no longer really reflect what I want to support. So I haven't streamed there in a while. I've been kind of kicking the idea around of, you know, maybe doing something there, but nothing much. But I just don't think I want to be doing that. So it's still a ways off, but I will eventually be stepping back from their partner program. I would like to have the freedom to do other things. I'd like to see a future where I stream on YouTube more regularly as opposed to having Twitch be the only option for video game streams. I don't know if I can say exactly when this will all go down, but by the end of the year, that should be taken care of. So I'll still hopefully have my Twitch account, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it. I know that there are a lot of people that are still subscribers, paying subscribers over there. First of all, your support still helps, but I am just going to be totally upfront with you. I do not plan on doing any streams there. So if you have Amazon Prime and you want to still support me and you don't really watch anyone else that you would give your monthly Twitch Prime, or Prime Gaming as it's called now, subscription to, you can still do that. It doesn't really cost you anything, but it's something that, you know, if you are subscribed, you might want to consider canceling it, because I should be removed from it. Like, and at that point, like, you won't be charged anymore. At least you better not be. But I'm, of course, grateful. Again, I understand a lot of you would still just want to do that anyway. Maybe I'll see if I can get, like, a final tally of everyone's, you know, how long they've been supporters. We can do something. Because the community's great. Like, I love the community. I feel so bad that things just went south with that. Because, you know, Twitch, the community I had on Twitch was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And it's not any of your fault. It's solely Twitch. How they've handled so many poor things. And you know what the catalyst was? This is what just got me. So I think I even mentioned it in a stream, like in one of the YouTube streams the other day, where one benefit they kind of added was partners could watch Twitch streams ad-free, which was pretty nice. I mean, I hate the ads. They've gotten so aggressive. That's one of the main reasons I do not like either watching Twitch or streaming on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, yeah, there's ads there, okay? This is no surprise. I'm sure a lot of you know that. I personally pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't have ads. And I know that there's a similar option as that on Twitch. But the problem is, with YouTube, yeah, you're used to getting ads, but when you get an ad, the content that you're watching, it stops. It pauses for you, and then you get the ad, and then you get to watch and continue everything else. With Twitch, I could be answering your question, and as soon as I start with it, they decide to play an ad, and you miss it. Or if you want to go check out a channel, then you can get an ad too. So it's like, it's so unfortunate. So when I found out that I had that benefit, apparently, because I was a partner, kind of like the highest tier, one of the highest tiers of creators there, which is cool. I've been there for 7 years. 2014, I was a partner. But they offered the ad-free viewing experience, which I didn't even have to pay for, which is nice. It's like, you know, they've done a lot of things, but I'll take this. I think it kind of adds a level of disconnect between the partners and the creator, or the viewers, so they don't kind of see how bad it is for viewers. But whatever the case, they, like, just the other night, why am I getting ads for some company again all the time? And it's like, wait, you gave me this benefit only to take it away again. I'm so sick of that. That really, really frustrated me when they took that away from your Amazon Prime benefits with, it was Twitch Prime back then. Again, it's Prime Gaming now. But they had ad-free viewing as one of the perks. Then they removed it. They took it away. And I didn't like that. That's so greedy. You know, I'd been an Amazon Prime subscriber for a long time. I thought it was really cool when they offered that bonus. But then to just have it taken away, it's like, man. And then it's gotten so much worse over the years. So I know I'm probably just coming across as whiny and complainy. But, you know, at the end of the day, Twitch isn't the only platform. And YouTube's no saint. But I want to start moving in a direction where I have control over the ads and when they're played on my live content. I'd rather not have any, to be honest, on live content. I mean, obviously it's necessary for, you know, normal videos. Like, yeah, we've all kind of gotten used to that. YouTube's greedy. They are very greedy. But I feel like they're still better than Twitch right now. So I know there's well, it's just ads, just get over it. And yeah, I mean, that's fine, but that's just not what I want for entertainment. And, you know, some people don't mind it. I really get bothered by it, which is really ironic given the business I'm in. But that's just how I am. And sure, I could pay for it, but at the end of the day, you're still supporting a platform that's not really, like, thinking of the situation and what's in the best interest of the viewers. And I don't know, they make so much from ads that I feel like that's why they're doing it. And I don't know. Again, there's a lot of other issues, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty much done with Twitch. You know, I'm so thankful to have had such a wonderful community there. Like, I've had wonderful times. It's not the community's fault. It's solely Twitch. And my hope is someday I can still do some content, live video gaming content, over here on YouTube. Now, I can't really do that, or at least I don't think I can. It's kind of this big mystery that I'm just not going to take a chance on. But, you know, I won't be able to do anything other than these just kind of chill discussion streams. Can't be playing games and whatnot as much as I'd like, as much as that'd be fun. We have to wait a bit, but that's fine. You know, it'll give me some time to just refresh, to unwind. We can still do these weekly kind of update videos, weekly chats, things like that. I think that'll be fine. And, you know, we'll see some things happen. So that pretty much brings me to the end of my whole Twitch discussion. It was a big decision to make because, you know, any way you look at it, the partner club is a pretty, well, it's not super exclusive, but, you know, a lot of creators, they spend so much time trying to get there. And, you know, I do consider myself very fortunate I was able to get in early on. And it made sense back then, too. I didn't think I could, but it wasn't a problem. But, you know, now it's pretty crazy how many partners there are. And that's good to see. Like, it's not a problem. And again, if that's what you want, go for it. A lot of my friends are still on Twitch, and I wish them the best. Like, it's nothing against them. I don't want to see Twitch fail. I want to see them improve. I want to see them get better. But until they do, I don't really want to do anything with them, you know? So that's kind of the situation there. Okay, but that brings me to the next point. This is something more exciting. So let's have some a little bit more exciting music. I was feeling Sun and Moon music today. I don't know why. It's just this like kind of, which is weird. You'd think I'd go for more Sword and Shield. Actually, I don't like House theme. It's kind of bothersome. Like, it's just way too happy. It's obnoxiously happy. This is chill. This is very, very chill. Okay, so let's talk about YouTube, because this is something that we've seen a big change on as far as, you know, the frequency of my uploads, let's just say. So yeah, I mean, I had 6 non-stream videos uploaded over the past month. That's crazy. Well, around a month. I mean, it was a month when I put up the Battle Styles content I got. So it's actually been a lot. I'm super grateful to, you know, my friends at Pokemon for sending me all that stuff to check out and open for you all. But it definitely put me in a quandary of like, hey, Marriland, didn't you quit YouTube? And yeah, I mean, you know, that is what I said. I've already kind of talked about this before. I don't want to go on like a broken record, but I also recognize this is going to have to be something I'll need to explain to people fairly regularly. Not everyone, you know, understands. They just remember watching that video of, hey, he quit. And I accept that. I understand that is just how it goes. So have some patience with people as we kind of get used to this new change. But basically, how things have changed on YouTube now. These weekly streams will continue. I will be doing one each week. Unless something comes up, we'll see. But generally, it'll be each week. I don't know if we're going to settle on this day or not this time. I kind of like it. It's just middle of the afternoon for me. Not too late for Europe. But it might also be worth exploring doing it on like a Saturday or Sunday. I just kind of like to leave my weekends open, you know. If you commit to something, you know, that can sometimes be a thing. But I'm thinking of the last stream of the month actually being next week. And I'm thinking of the one after that being on the 1st. I wonder why. Not like, you know, April 1st has anything. But yeah, I have been thinking of some plans. So, speaking of YouTube plans, I do have some plans for actual videos. Now, we've kind of already discussed the possibility of Marriland's Pokemon Brilliant Diamond adventure, because Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were announced. And this is something that, you know, even though I didn't really want to commit to doing like a series on the new games, you know, and even though I personally didn't want to see Diamond and Pearl remakes, like 100%, I'll be totally real with you, that wasn't what I was planning or wanting, like the games just as they are. But they still have a lot of nostalgia for me, and to see them released, first of all, as far as my website goes, it's not a new generation, which is fine. That means it'll be a lot less work for me to worry about. So it's a lot less juggling. I should be able to do it. So then it's, do I want to? And at the end of the day, I would love a chance to relive that nostalgia. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And, you know, I'm not going to promise having the series done, like, right away. It's not going to be, you know, rushed through. I'm sure people will have the game beaten on day one. That is totally fine. I am going to record and enjoy my time playing it. It might not be on day one. I might play through it first. But I think I'm going to do something. I'm not, like, hard committing to it, but there's so much interest in it. I feel like it's something that a lot of Marylanders started with, you know? Like, that's something that they remember, you know, the Magikarp rant, or the Evolutions video, or the Arceus video, or the Untouchable battle. You know, I can't redo all of those, but I think, and again, I'm not planning on having the Brilliant Diamond adventure, like, use the same team and all that, but it'll have some inspiration from the original. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. So again, not 100% confirmed, but that is kind of one big plan I have for YouTube. So I do actually have a series planned for, no. I said a word that my my phone, you know, if you say series. Yeah, so I do have a few videos planned for April. So it won't be before then. I have an idea of what I want. I'm still in the process of getting it worked on, getting it done. But that is something coming. So, you know, I know I've done like the TCG openings, I've done stuff like that, but I think having an actual video, not a live stream, not, you know, but an actual video, I know what it is. I think it will be interesting. That's what I'll say. But I'm going to keep it a surprise, and you'll find out what it is when the time's ready. So yeah, but that should be in April, unless something changes. And then after that, this is something I'm kind of also waiting to see when it will update. And this is a series that I would like to do. An actual full playthrough, full Let's Play style. You know, not really about being super, like, you know, it's not about the views, it's not about losing subscribers or gaining them or whatever, like, just because I want to do it. So, yeah. Oh, you know what? Is this... Just got $5 super chat from CJ Williams saying, "You're the best, Maryland. Thanks for being a part of my childhood." Hey, well, you're welcome. I'm sorry it didn't show. You know what? I had it hidden on my my software here because I wanted to. I need to take a picture for the thumbnail for each stream. Let's see if I can replay it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Nice. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, so let's talk about this next series after the April series. Now, I don't know when it will go live because a lot of it is dependent on when this update happens for this game, but it's a game that I feel very strongly about, and one that I I love. It's grown to be one of my favorite games. And I got it for free twice. That game is Monster Sanctuary. You've probably seen a video or two about it. I did make a big review post last year, actually, back in December, I think it was. And I played through it on the Switch. I got a chance to check it out early, and it played great. But I wasn't doing videos then. I felt it would have been wrong to make a video after I said, hey, I'm not doing videos, you know, on YouTube. Like, it's like, wait, but then why are you doing a video series on that? So I agreed that, you know, I'll write up a review kind of thing for it. Let me see if I can pull that up really fast. It's a really cool game. And, you know, even though I did get it for free, like, A, I wasn't paid anything above and beyond that. But B, I genuinely like the game so much. I feel like it was one of the best balanced RPGs that I've played in a long while. And there's just so much about this game that I enjoy. So I would love to be able to share some of it with you. Now I did stream some of it over on my Stream Archive channel. I did a review for it on my main channel back a bit ago. And then I did have a review somewhere, which was like, well, I guess I can do that. But it's a really cool game. And again, I'm not like 100% committing to it, but just thinking of like, hey, what can I give back to you all? And even though I don't really want to do a lot of non-Pokemon stuff, like that's just not something that I want to branch out on, this is one that I feel so strongly about that I would love to share my excitement for it. I think it was just a really solid game. It was a lot of fun. And it's something that I really wish I would have been able to do a video series on. You know, a lot of it depends on time, but that's something I want to do. Now, what about new Pokemon Snap? So I'm not going to commit to this. It doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I might not. But my goal, my focus is truly going to be the website. I don't want to do YouTube full time. I don't want to play the YouTube game. There's going to be plenty of creators doing it. My thought process of how this will go is I will end up writing a guide for my website and then maybe add videos to it later on. We'll have to see. There's a lot of videos I do want to make still for my website and a lot of content I still need to do for it. But I do want to make sure that that is my top priority. So I don't want to juggle that with the site, especially because it's a new game, whereas you know, the Diamond and Pearl remakes, they're remakes. I mean, I've played through them. I know them very well. I'm sure there will be some stuff that's changed, but like, it's not like having to learn something new or explain something new. So that's kind of why I'm not 100% committing to that. Probably won't be right away, I can tell you that much. So I just want you to kind of temper your expectations and not get too weirded out when it's like, wait, why did you post Monster Sanctuary? And all that. So I want to do that because I like it. Other than that, I don't really have anything planned for this year. You know, we'll see. Those are kind of the 3 series I have planned. We'll see how that goes. Hey, thank you so much. Hopefully I can get this right. Aratelia Chimera, thank you for becoming a member here. Welcome to Big Service over on YouTube. I know you've been a supporter over on Twitch for the longest time. But yeah, I think you heard kind of the situation there. So thank you so much for that. I'm glad it showed up, by the way, too, because I wasn't entirely sure. Also, Otomachi Una saying, howdy Devin, Oto here. Definitely have been enjoying the fireside chats. April Fool's, Marriland hype, poggers? Yeah, I guess it would be that, huh? Well, yeah. I think that would probably work out for the best. I'm personally not planning anything crazy for my stream because it'll be afternoon. I know some people have this, like, you can't play any pranks after noon. thing. I never really got that because often I'd sleep till noon anyway. But yeah, I won't be doing anything too crazy on my stream. Maybe I'll do some crazy filter or something. I don't know. But yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Really do appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much my plans for YouTube. I think we got that down. What else? So, daylight saving time, y'all. Some of you might be like, whoa, you're an hour earlier. What's going on? Well, that's because the US and Canada, most places in these two countries have, they've changed their clocks forward. So it's now an hour. Well, okay, so previously it was 3:15 p.m. Central Time. For me, that's Central Standard Time. With daylight saving time, what was previously 2:15 p.m. is now 3:15. You spring ahead, as they call it. So you end up getting like an extra hour of sunlight each day. Well, in the evenings. I mean, they take it from the mornings, but who cares about the mornings? But now what that ends up meaning is if you don't observe daylight saving time, then it will end up being an hour earlier because it would be 2:15 Central for me. That kind of makes sense. Now, I know in Europe that's called summertime, but I know, you know, it's also, I think, 2 weeks later. So it will go back to where it was 2 weeks from now. It's just, you know, in the US and Canada, we kind of have it 2 weeks earlier than in Europe. And yeah, Australia, it's kind of, I know it happens. I know some areas in Australia are under different time zones. Some observe summertime, some don't. It's a lot more confusing, I'd say. But, and there's also like half-hour time zones down there too. But yeah, I mean, if you're wondering what the heck happened with the time, that's what's going on. It should be relatively normal afterward. Oh, the UK is entering summertime this Sunday. Oh, I thought it was the week after. Wow. Sooner than I thought. Well, whatever it is, it's after that should be stable. Should be stable again, but just know that, you know, the US and Canada, they change their times a little bit earlier than Europe. So then it'll be all fine. Okay, so yeah, that was a thing. Just figured I'd kind of talk about that. What else? There was something else that happened. Oh, I know what. Okay, so this has been something I've been talking about for a little while now. Just something we can add to these weekly streams. Something that I've been very reluctant to do in any of my main videos, and something I still will continue to refuse to do in my main videos, at least as a general rule. I mean, obviously, you know, Pokemon TCG box openings and product opening, like, yeah, that's exempt. Obviously, I will open anything they send me. But, sponsored stuff. Sponsors! Yay! Wow, my favorite! I want to find some fun, like, game show music. And, you know, as we have, you know, sponsorship offers and things come in, having them kind of, like, after the plans and stuff, and then, you know, like, right now, I would go over my list of sponsors, and I'd turn all dynamic and say, hey, how's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and I've got a deal for you. Nah, I don't know. I don't know how that'll go, but I think that that will be a good place to put anything like that. I'm very adamant. I don't really want it included in my content, like my walkthrough videos or even Let's Plays. Ooh, audience cheer in the background. That's a good idea. I like that. But I think something like this, like a format like this, I feel is very personal. I feel it's also personable, where, you know, it's not really in your face. It's not really, you know, all that. And it's something that could help. We'll see. But anyway, why I'm asking this is, or not really asking, but kind of, I'm telling you, darn it. No, I wanted your opinion on it. So last night, I had a company reach out to me with, they wanted to see, they like my YouTube content, which every, sponsorship email is like, yeah, we love your YouTube videos. They're really engaging or whatever. You always hear that. No one really watches them, but at least generally. Sometimes you get really good sponsors that actually know your content. But no, this was actually something I've been kind of thinking about getting anyway, so it works out well. I'm not going to say, the brand name now or anything, but it was a chair manufacturer, like, those gaming chairs. It's not, the most popular one you've probably heard of, but it's that same kind of model from what I can tell. So, that seems like it could work out well. I mean, let's face it. Every streamer / content creator, it seems like they always get some chair to review or put in their videos or whatever. And I feel like that's not a bad fit, to be honest. Like, everyone needs a chair, I mean, I need a chair all the time. And the reason I was kind of looking at getting one anyway is I have like a high-end Herman Miller Aeron, and I feel like it's just not working for me. So I just don't know. I was kind of considering looking at other chairs anyway. So then they kind of come along and are like, hey, would you like this? So I feel like because, it's like, hey, this is something I would have on my streams all the time, and I'll check it out. I'll see how it is. If it's not great, I can't recommend it. But I have a feeling like it'll be pretty comfy, and I feel like it'd be a good place to kind of talk about it and review it. So, and, hopefully they'll have some kind of like affiliate thing where, you can enter code Marriland and get like X% off. We'll have to see. But what are your thoughts on that? I figure, I know it's not your, it's not your decision to make, but I also know I do have a reputation for being, very, very resilient to sponsorship offers, if that makes sense. Let's face it, YouTube, it is really hard to do things on YouTube, to make money on YouTube. I don't blame creators that take sponsorships, as long as they're a good match, because, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But I also think when it comes to like products that are things that you use, like the stuff Pokemon sends me. I mean, that technically is that. But like a chair, I mean, that's something I would use. Or like a microphone. I did have a company reach out. They had some kind of like a light bar for a monitor. And I gotta get back to them about it. But like, it sounds cool, but at the same time, it's not really something that I could promote just because, like, I have my lighting a certain way. I have my webcam there, it doesn't really seem like a good fit. Whereas like a chair, I feel like I should at least try it out and see how that goes. But also leaving the opportunity open for more kinds of deals like that. Because, I'll have more time to invest in YouTube if YouTube is able to help pay the bills more, if that makes sense. I mean, that's kind of how it goes with things. I don't really want to do full-time YouTube. Like, I'm done with that. I've tried that before, and it burns me out so fast, and it doesn't even help, It's like, it's crazy. Because, like, I tried that with, two things. The Fire Red Wedlock, whereas on a super regular schedule, I was so burnt out from that. And then the Mystery Dungeon adventure. I can't do that. So a lot of it's just, hey, if I can find extra things that help out, wonderful. And hey, thank you so much, Atoma Chiuna, for the $1 super chat, which, by the way, that's been a big help. I don't want this to be like streams just me begging you all for money. I really genuinely want to do these just to chill, but I'm not gonna lie, you all have actually motivated me so much. Like, the past 28 days, according to my analytics, has been like the best I've seen on YouTube in a long, long time. I think literally years. And, you know, like, that's super motivating. And you helped with that. You know, and that's really cool. So again, I don't want it to be about just begging for money. Like, that's not my intent. I want to have good ways to, you know, say thank you and show my gratitude. But I also just want you all to know that it's been a huge help lately. Like, it's been crazy. And, you know, it opens up a lot more possibilities for me on YouTube just because it's like, well, I can put more time into this, you know? If I only have so much time in a day, you know, that was the big motivator to get me to do the April series. So thank you for that. It'll benefit everyone, which is really cool. You know, I don't want it to be just about the money, but I do want to say thanks for that because it really has helped. What else? So yeah, I guess it's St. Patrick's Day. I wanna kind of go over something really fast here. Where did I put that? I found a good video that I think I'm gonna do a little reaction to. I think it'll be kind of fun. All right, is this the one I want? This is. Hey, so this is. I found 3 5-leaf clovers and multiple 4-leaf clovers. So this was back on May 21st, 2019. And it's just like the most bizarre thing. How many clovers I found. Okay, so this is without a doubt the largest concentration of
Not sure how easily you can hear this.
5-leaf clovers I have ever seen in my life. Okay, so let me show you the cream of the crop. Why are you not pausing? Okay. There are so many here. So like, look at this one here. There's a 5-leaf clover there. There's oh man, there were so many more. I mean, you'll see them throughout this video. But this is just one of the most bizarre experiences I've ever had. And I'm glad I recorded it.
Let's see if I can find it on oh, right there. This is a 5-leaf.
I can't believe I noticed it while looking down.
Count them. 1, this little guy.
And then there's that 4-leaf right next to it.
3 is that big guy down there. 4 and 5. It is literally right next to.
Look at that.
4-leaf clover, right there, and then right here.
Look at that. There's another
4-leaf clover. That one's really easy to see. But on top of that, there are more 5-leaf clovers around. Right over.
Yeah, there's more of them.
Here.
More of them around.
If I can find it.
Like all in my front yard. It was crazy.
There's another 5-leaf.
Yeah, look, is that the 5-leaf? Yeah, that's another 5-leaf. That's crazy. Now, I personally am a little superstitious against 5-leaf clovers.
Sorry, it's a little hard to see with the camera.
There was a 4-leaf right there. Look at this beautiful 4-leaf clover right next to that 5-leaf. And those are separate from the ones I just showed you over there.
5-leaf.
But yeah, I had a lot of bad luck when I picked a 5-leaf clover once. Like a lot. It was the worst year of my life. So I'm kind of nervous about it. So I didn't ever pick these. I actually just left them.
5 leaves. 1, 2.
I just left them there.
3, 4, 5.
But it was so cool to be able to record them and actually see them. Like, it's such a silly video, but
5-leaf. See if I can find.
Where was the other one?
Here. This guy.
Yeah, that's number 3.
A 1, 2, 3.
Because the other was next to a 4-leaf clover. The 4-leaf was over there, so.
That's 3 5-leaf clovers in this area. And there are more 4-leaf clovers here.
Yeah, I have a knack for finding 4-leaf clovers. I find them all the time.
They're all over the place.
All the time. I've found hundreds in my life. I can just always see them when I'm walking by. It's weird. Like, I just have an eye for them. But 5-leaf clovers, they're pretty rare. Like, I've found a few, but they aren't something that I normally find. Yeah, so that's just kind of one of those things I wanted to share for the day. Like, you know, I wore my green. I put up the green screen instead of blue screen. Just because it's like, hey, that's actually reversible back there, which is kind of nice. I left it on blue because I find it looks nice. Is good. You know what? Let's do some more music. What do I want? Sun and Moon. It's Fairy Terminal. Oh yeah, I remember that. It's pretty good. All right, so yeah, I think that's actually everything that I had to kind of mention or say. Not really much else going on. I did my taxes. Well, at least I drop them off somewhere. I have a CPA do them, but yeah. Good to finally have that done. I got my stimulus check. Hey. Yay. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. I won't talk too much else about what's going on in my week, because I know that there's a question that was kind of relevant to that, so we'll save that. And I think now would be a good time to go on to the questions, although Dragon Slayer saying, I love the mudkip in the background, though. I do too. I love it. I know, I said the T word. I think you can say that word just as long as it's not on like a PG-13 plus stream. Okay, so yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and I'm gonna turn that off. But we're going to go through some of the questions that were sent in this week, the Ask in Advance questions. And then chat, you've all been very patient. Then I will do a Q&A segment with everyone in the chat and we'll go through stuff. But for right now, I'm gonna go through the supporter questions that were asked. In case you didn't know, if you are a member on YouTube, by pressing that join button, you can ask your question in advance and then it'll be answered here first. Or if you are a $3 or higher patron over on my Patreon, either works fine. Yeah, all right, let's see. This should work. Hey, there we go. All right, so let's see. Can I sort these by reverse order here? Okay, so Shripa here with the question, what's a memory in regards to Pokemon that really sticks out to you and makes you feel happy? Oh man, well, you know, I guess I'll tell my let's tell a success story. All right, this is kind of a fun story. It goes way back, and it features younger me, like way younger me, back in the heydays. So, it was 2001. All right, I was playing the Pokemon trading card game, and you know what? Let me highlight this question here. Can I also zoom this in? Is this? It's a little easier for y'all to see. I think it is. Okay, so 2001. You know, I've been playing the Pokemon trading card game pretty much since it came out. Like, that's really something I've enjoyed. It's something that I have a lot of fun with, and I've met so many friends with that. Like, I had a local Pokemon League / tournament I'd go to weekly. A lot of fun. Well, there was a tournament up in Wisconsin, and I was really excited for it. Like, it was the Super Trainer Showdown East Coast qualifier event. And this was what would let you qualify for this big event, this big tournament over in the New York City area. So I went to the tournament, and I thought my deck was good, but I was so nervous. I didn't know how well I'd do. And I was just so defeated because I ended up losing a match. Like, my first 3 games, I won those just fine. But then round 4 rather, my opponent just destroyed me. Like, I just had terrible luck and I felt so bad. Oh, you know what? We need some battle music. If I'm telling a story about battles, let's have Island Kahuna. There we go. Yeah! Let me tell you the story! Okay, so I went to this tournament, you know, I was 3-1. I lost a game. There were 5 rounds, maybe 6. I might be misremembering. Again, this is a long time ago, 20 years ago. And I ended up winning my next game. So I had 1 loss. Now, I thought that removed my chances at anything, at winning, and, you know, the whole thing. But I ended up getting a whole booster box for the prize anyway, which was super exciting. That was the first booster box I ever had, which, I mean, now it's like they're candy to me, I feel. But, you know, as a kid, like, I was 13 at the time. And, yeah, technically 13. I turned 14 in September that year. So I was just a sprout, really. And that was so cool. So I'm like, wow, I got a booster box. And I didn't understand why, because I didn't think I won the event. And it wasn't until I was in the car going home that my parents told me, no, you won. And I'm like, I won? I thought I lost. And it was because, okay, so the person that I fought, he ended up losing his next match. So there were like 3 people that had a 4-1 rating. And I had the highest percentage. Like, my opponents had the strongest resistance, as it's called. So, like, I fought against people that did better. So I actually ended up winning. And that's why I had the booster box. But more importantly, that's how I got a free trip to New York City for the East Coast Super Trainer Showdown, which there was this jacket that I saw way back. It was like a Letterman jacket that had Super Trainer Showdown on it. I wanted it so badly. And I didn't think I'd be able to get it because, you know, I lost that game. But then it's like, I might be able to do this. I won a trip there. I can compete. So I flew out there. And that was the first time I'd flown in a very long time. So it was definitely an experience. And it was in like June or July, I think. So it was before, you know, what happened on September of that year. So that was really cool because, you know, while we were out there, like, I went with my mom and my brother and we did some sightseeing. Like, we took a cruise around. We had a chance to see the towers. We had a chance to see the Statue of Liberty and stuff. It was really cool. So it was a 2-day event, but it's different than the 2-day events that there are now because they were essentially 2 separate tournaments. So it was at this hotel. You know, I never was in a big fancy hotel. It was such a cool experience. There were Pokemon fans all over. They were like, you know, testing out their decks and battling, and it was just so cool. I loved it. And I remember just testing my deck thoroughly and being like, oh man, I don't know if I should go with this or that. And the first day, because I qualified, I won in that qualifier event, I ended up with 3 free wins. Like, they just would give me 3 free wins to go forward, which is a big deal. Like, that was definitely helpful. So I ended up winning 3 of my games. It was a 9-round event, which back then was just crazy. And I ended up winning 3, but losing 3. So I was kind of sad, but it was still such a fun time. It was so much fun. But I really wanted that jacket. Like, I was building this deck for months. It was a not Reshiflosion. Wow, that was way before that. It was a Typhlosion Arcanine, Blaine's Arcanine. Like, there were pretty much 2 main decks. There was that, and there was the Riptide for Alligator deck. And there were a lot of those around, so that was really scary. I didn't expect there to be that many. So, it was discouraging losing that first day. But like I said, it was a 2-day event. There were technically 2 separate tournaments. So there were winners on the first day, and then just it's separate for the second day. So I had a chance to try again, essentially, which is cool. So I was like, it was that night, I'm just going through like, oh man, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. This is like my only chance. So I did a few tweaks to my deck here and there. I did some things. I did some play testing, and I was so nervous. So then the next day, I just steamroll. I just go right on ahead. I go undefeated in the Swiss rounds until round 9, where I was the only undefeated person alongside my opponent, one that I knew personally, Alex. Like, he was a big name back then. Like, I'm sure you all know, Jason Klaczynski, like, the 3-time world champion. Like, he was one of his friends. I don't know if they still are or whatnot, but, like, I'd known him, too. Like, he was a familiar friend because he was in the same general area. So, like, and he did pretty well. But, yeah, it was me and Alex. And, back then, I know it's changed over time, whether you can do an intentional draw or not. Like, this is something that, obviously, they do change over time. But back then, that was perfectly allowed. It wasn't a problem. So it was at that point, we're like, hey, we're here. You want to just intentionally draw it? And I said, yeah, let's do it. So shook his hand, and we both made it to the top 8, the elimination rounds. And I was in first place on, the sheet of all the Swiss players. And I was first place on that. So that was really cool. That put me at the top seed. And I ended up fighting not against a Feraligatr. There were 3 Typhlosion decks and 5 Feraligatrs there. And I faced off against one of the Typhlosion decks. And it was actually someone that I beat in, I think, round 7 or maybe round 8. But I got crushed. I lost. And even though it was kind of sad, what felt so good, I got my jacket. I got my flippin' jacket. And I felt so proud of myself. Like, I had that as my goal. I was determined to get it. It wasn't even about winning the whole thing. I got my jacket. That's what I really wanted. So that's the best I've ever done in the trading card game. It was so far back. Like, I've done some stuff, but like, that was really my heyday. And it was such a good time. It was so much fun. And I just remember that jacket being like the big motivator for me. Like, I really wanted it. That's why it's like one of my favorite stories that I don't think I really told. It's kind of like, it's one of these stories that I have that I don't really tell because it's a little long-winded, but it's a good story. I really like it. There's a picture of the jacket. I still have it, yeah. There's less than 100 in existence, I'm pretty sure. What does it look like? I'll be right back. You know what? I'll go get it. I'll show you. I'll show you. It's pretty cool. I can't promise it still fits. I'll be right back if y'all want to see it. Hi. Also, that was my cat. That's not Sissy, who recently passed away. That was Dexter. He was an older cat from like way back, one of my early day cats. But he was such a sweetheart. I found that clip of him and I just love him. But he's long since passed. All right, so here's my jacket. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's so cool. This right here says Master Trainer Champion. And the back has some cool stuff on it too, I think. Let's see. Yeah, this is probably pretty rare now. Like, these are, again, there were only 100 or so. I think 96. Yeah! Super Trainer Showdown 2001. And I mean, I guess I have to say I got this for free, but it wasn't sponsored. Yeah, it's really cool. Oh man, the jacket actually fits pretty good, which is nice. But yeah, that's just one of those stories that I really like about setting a goal and, you know, going through and trying to get it. Like, if you set your mind to things, you can accomplish things. Great things. And that was, I mean, it's a jacket, but to me, it was the world. So, yeah. All right. Anyway, that was a bit of a long answer, but I hope it was a good story. I see a lot of you very invested in this jacket story. Like, it started out as a, oh, I didn't realize I won a trip to New York story to a, I got a jacket. And it's weird because I'm more excited about the jacket. It still fits. Actually does. It's kind of surprising. Like, I tried it a few years ago and it, not quite, but, you know, I've lost like 55 pounds in the past several years. So things fit again. It's kind of nice. It's good to see. It actually fits way better than I thought. I might start wearing it again. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's go back to the questions because there are still more Ask in Advance questions. I don't think they'll take that long. Don't worry. But I think that was a good one. All right. So Otomachi Una with the question here. Hi, Marriland. What inspired you to relaunch Marriland.com? So there's definitely a bit of backstory here. Ooh, wear that for the TCG videos. Ooh, that would be crazy. Maybe I should. I'll have to see. Although I do like the jackets the Pokemon sent me. They sent me some jackets, and they're really comfy. I like them. Okay, anyway, for the question, let's go ahead and kind of talk about it. So, the website officially relaunched in March of 2019. A few days after Sword and Shield were, they were released. Or not released, announced. So I wanted to have it going. I'd already been working on it for a few months prior. Actually, like a year prior. I kind of was thinking, you know, even though I have to start from scratch, I miss that. I miss programming. I miss working on content. And, sorry, I ended up getting like a hair in my mouth. You ever get that when it's like, you know, you go into a dusty closet and there's like a hair or something that sticks to your lips or your mouth or gets on your stuff? I don't know. Wait, make a video on that old deck? I probably have the deck around somewhere. That'd be an interesting story. All right, so going back to the question, I just wanted to make the site again, you know, even if I had to start from scratch, I had it back in my name, like I could use it. It was something that meant a lot to me, and it still does. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, they want to do something like, what is your dream job? You know, what is something that you would want to do regardless? And honestly, to me, the site is always that, like, hey, I wish I had time for this. I wish I could do this. This is what I enjoy. And I like having a resource. It's something I can always work on and always keep improving. And that's really cool. So, like, it's something that I really wanted to do. So I was inspired to start working on it again. And originally it was going to be, like, in a wiki format. And originally it was going to be, like, all over the place. I went through so many different ideas, because where do you start? And then I finally settled on like a WordPress themed blog type site, but then I learned how to make like a custom thing for the Pokedex and for my other stuff. And it's still work in progress, but it was just kind of, that's what I would like to leave. I miss that. I miss having that resource. Like, you know, the team builder, it's still really popular now, which is great, and it needs some fixing too. Once it's updated, or the big update, it's gonna be great, and I'm really looking forward to that. Which reminds me, before I answer any more questions, it's time. And I know just the music for this. Wait, where is it? What? Oh no, I don't know where the observatory is. I don't see it on my playlist. Wait, I just want something. We need the AMPHAROS report. That's what we need. I don't know where it is. Is it like sorted differently? No, it's probably sharing a name with something else. I just don't remember it. I loved it when I played Zelda Triforce Heroes of the Dala. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was an experience. I never want to go through that game again. But I am glad I did share that experience. Shoot, I can't find anything that would be appropriate for AMPHAROS. Well, we'll just do this then. Okay, AMPHAROS report. Before we do any more questions, it's time for the AMPHAROS report. So if you're not familiar with what this is a status update on the website. It's not you, AMPHAROS PTCG. Not you, don't worry. It's just seeing what's going on over on my website, and I wanted to show a status update on the first stream, and people suggested I look up AMPHAROS just to see, like, hey, you know, what's it all about? And it was broken. So every week I've checked back on it to see, have I fixed it? So let's see what's going on my new website on the AMPHAROS report. So this one was correct before, but if we scroll down, oh, look at that! It falls from Flaffy at level 30. It's been fixed. The AMPHAROS report has been fixed, everyone. Oh, that's good. That is good. We fixed it. In fact, on top of that, there was another bug that it wasn't showing up in the Gen 6 or Gen 7 Pokedexes with Mega AMPHAROS there. I don't know why it wasn't there. Like, I had all the other Mega Evolutions. It's just Amphi wasn't there. So yeah, now if you're looking at an older Pokedex, you'll be able to go through that. And it works the way it should. Now, I think if you scroll down here, yeah, it says, can Mega evolve from AMPHAROS in battle if the AMPHAROS site is held? Unavailable in Sword and Shield. But, you know, it is what it is there. But yes, the AMPHAROS report has concluded. Amphi has been updated. We're saved. Everything's fine. Well, except for the problem where right now every single page on the local development server shows a version of the Pokedex. So I've basically broken everything on the local site except for the Pokedex. You know, it's fine. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, I figured that would be a good one. Good one for the update. Okay, so we have a question here from Kim Baker. What would you say are your top 10 favorite songs in the Pokemon games? Spin-off games can count. If you can't think up a top 10, then a few of your favorite songs are also fine. So what I'm gonna go with a few songs I can think of off the top of my head, because I need to, you know, that's something that requires a lot of thought. But I really like, let me see if I can find a good one. All right, we'll play, like, probably one of my favorites. The Xerneas and Eviltal theme. Really like that. And then, I really like Kiram's battle theme from Gates to Infinity. I like, I don't remember what the Fiery Mountain is in Super Mystery Dungeon, but it sounds really good. I really like that one. I really like Mount Blaze, I think it is. One of them's Mount Blaze, one of them's Mount Ember. I can never remember which is which. One's from the original. I really like that one. Sky Tower, of course, from the original Mystery Dungeon. Although I really do like the version in DX. It's very good. Pokemon Conquest's normal battle theme. Really like. It's just really good. Actually, I think I have that here. Yeah. Man, I want to play Pokemon Conquest again. It's been a while. The black and white battle theme, just the standard battle theme is really good. I think that's my favorite of any wild battle themes. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a sampling. Some of my favorite musics. I like the Sword and Shield Gym Leader theme, believe it or not. It's pretty good. Okay, next up, this is what I was kind of alluding to earlier. So, Fire Puppo, I forgot to comment. It's fine. Hi, Devin. I don't have anything too specific to ask, but how's your week been? No problem with that whatsoever. Let me turn this down a little bit. But yeah, it's been okay. I mean, you know, I got my tax info all set. I've been busy. I've been tired. I haven't been as productive as I would have liked. I think a lot of it's just been kind of weird sleep. It's been snowy. It's been rainy. I had a lot of stuff to get done for the Battle Styles videos, but like this upcoming week is a lot less crazy. Like I feel like it's finally starting to calm down a little bit, so that's a good thing. Let's see. I mean, a lot of it's just kind of like seeing stuff put into motion, kind of starting to happen, which is good. I also had a chance to work on my my Weasel base over on the TRG Minecraft server. I got that built last night. I don't know if anyone's seen it yet on the server, but that'll be pretty fun. It turned out really good. I have a screenshot of it. Hold on. Kind of. This isn't like the final version. This isn't even my final form. But I'll show you just an idea of what it looks like. Hey! In a Minecraft Weasel! With actual hand cannons! I don't even know why I'm sizing this. Yeah, it's cute. I like it. I always like to build functional bases. Like, I don't like pixel art or doing the pixel art kind of stuff in Minecraft that much, but I like doing 3D statue type bases where there's like chests and stuff down in the belly. The hand cannons, you can actually shoot, what are they, like fireworks and stuff from it, which is neat. There's like several different layers. The eyes have glass so you can like see through them. Like, it's gonna be pretty cool. Like, I like it. I think it's cool. It felt good to have that done. All right, and then there was one question over on Patreon, which is right over here. That's from Joshua DP13, asking, what is one thing, or the one thing that you used to do on YouTube/Twitch that you miss doing the most? E.g. Nuzlocks, Wonder Trade Wednesday streams, walkthroughs, etc. So, it's kind of weird because it's not something that, like, I miss doing, but I do at the same time. Like, it's a part of it. So, I know that I'm not doing, like, Nuzlocks and Wedlocks and stuff like that anymore, but I miss the days when they were really exciting. Like, they were the thing that I could do, that people got so invested in them. And that was really cool. Like, I'm glad to have had that opportunity and that experience. And, oh, that's way too loud. I'm really glad to have done that, even though it was kind of stressful at the time. But I miss how it inspired people, like the fan art, particularly the fan art. Like seeing that was so cool. All the wonderful works people did for, you know, my videos. Like it was a story. It was still just, you know, gameplay, but I actually felt like I helped make it into a story, that I made it something fun. And that was neat. Like, regardless of how I personally took criticism and, you know, negative comments, I look back at that now and I've read some of my own comments and I really didn't handle things well. I really didn't handle criticism well. And I admit that. Like, I've hopefully grown from it. I know it'll forever be something I struggle with. And that's okay as long as I'm aware of it. But I also look back and I did help pioneer that and inspire a lot of people. And I think that's really cool. Like, they were good stories. And I miss it because it's something I can't get back. It's something that I can't recapture. I know a lot of people, they are like, Marriland, do another Nuzlocke, do another Wedlock. And the problem is, it doesn't just work that way. You know, everyone wants that initial, that initial like, excitement from the originals, and that's always what they are comparing it to. But it just isn't the same. Oh, that's so wonderful, Aquina. I love that. I need to read this comment. It's so sweet. Yeah, my now 14-year-old daughter just told me she remembers drawing fan art and crying when Omelette died in a Nuzlocke. That was such a long time ago. We all listened as a family. Those were fun times. She must have been so young at the time. I think I can even... I think I might even know that drawing. I love that. That's such a good story. Wow. I love hearing, you know, family tune in and watch the stuff together. Like, it's just so neat. Oh, wow. Yeah. But I mean, you know, those are magical moments, and I help give those to a lot of people. And I always love getting artwork and stuff. And one thing I really liked, and I always hope that I did an alright job of it, you know, there's a lot of people that are critical of anything. I've seen that firsthand myself. But one thing I always believed in is all art is art. It's wonderful. It's from the heart. And even though people had differing skill levels, like from a technical perspective, at the end of the day, it was all art. It was all something that I helped inspire someone to create. And to me, it was all beautiful. And I wanted to show it all. And I know some of you may think, oh, well, that art stinks. I don't like it. It's so bad. But we all started somewhere. And I think for me, that wasn't what it was about. It was about like, it wasn't even that. I honestly loved it all. I thought it was all really good. The only ones that didn't really do it for me were like the ones where it was literally just drawn from like the official art, like very clearly traced. And you know, they tried. I've been there too. That's where I started. I fully admit it. I think it can be a good way to get started, but it's just harder for me to like get too attached. But even if it was like stick figures with some funny dialogue, like to me that's still art. That's still important. And I think I hope I did a good job at, you know, kind of showing that and letting people feel like they're still a part of the community without being some gatekeeper of like quality, you know. But yeah, I think I miss that. That's something I miss. I think that I can't just go back and do Nuzlocks like I used to. Like, I've tried, and you know, it's just different. Like, I think people grow up, and I think people expect more, and people only have so much time in a day to watch stuff too. I was gonna say this music is very unsettling, and then I'm looking at the track title for a song called Unsettling Atmosphere. It's like, okay. Used to make stick figure comics in 3rd grade, actually. Nice. I used to make them back when I was pretty young as well. I did not used to be very good at art. I still don't think I'm that great, but I'm okay. Oh, here we go. Nice. But yeah, I mean, with Nuzlocke, like, everyone has kind of moved on to having to do the most extreme or random, not like the official stuff. And, you know, that's fine, but if that's what the expectation is, like, if I were to do a Nuzlocke now, I'm not gonna do some randomizer. I'm not gonna do some ROM hack. Like, I never have, and I never will on my channel, at least, and it's just, you know, that's not what I want to do. So, and if I do my normal stuff, oh, it's boring. Oh, it's so easy. And, you know, like, okay, yeah, but then again, I look back at a lot of the series, you know, a lot of people now are, like, actually playing through without items and stuff, and, you know, like, I've done, Platinum without items, like, that was way back before, you know, that was really a thing, so it's good to see, you know, people trying tougher stuff now, too, but, yeah. Okay, so, I think that's actually it as far as the Ask in Advance questions. You all have been very patient. Thank you. So, let's just chat. Chat. So, I will now take questions from the chat and just have, like, discussions here and there. So, understand I might not be able to answer every question. If it seems like I'm in the process of answering a question, maybe hold off on asking your question again until I'm done with it, and then go for it. And I'll try my best to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of chill for a little bit. We're done with the supporter questions, which I think is a good kind of way of doing it. It's a nice little thank you, but without making it super exclusive at the same time. I think that's a good thing. I don't want these streams to be like, oh, you can only chat if you pay me money, or oh, he only reads messages from the people that are paying, you know? No. How these will be structured in the future, just in case you don't know, if this is your first time, is I'll first spend I don't know how long, I tend to ramble, but the first segment will be me just talking about, you know, topics like, hey, here's what's going on this week. We'll probably do the AMPHAROS report, which shouldn't just be about AMPHAROS anymore, but I think we'll stick with the name, just like a status update on the website development. And then we'll move into probably sponsored segment, quote, quote, and then Ask in Advance, and then general Q&A. So at general Q&A, that's when we have a chance to all just kind of talk, and I can answer stuff. But otherwise, you know, it's still structured that it'll provide good viewing content. So if you're new around here, just have some patience during those first segments in future streams. Can we get a brief summary on the Twitch/YouTube deal for those who came late? Yeah, super brief summary is I'm seeking to remove my partnership on Twitch. It'll be a little bit of a process, but I'm pretty much done with Twitch. I would much rather move on to YouTube. Twitch is just way overboard with ads, bad policy decisions, and just I just don't feel comfortable with them anymore. They need to make some serious changes. And YouTube, they have a lot of ads too, but at least on their live content, I, as a streamer, am in control of when they run. So, you know. Anyway, hopefully that gives a brief summary here. So, let's see. Is shiny in both games? I don't know what you mean. Is there a Pokemon you used that didn't live up to your expectations? Yes, there have been several. Man. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. I know that there have been so many. What did I expect it was good? I often just like to use kind of bizarre things. But I remember using, like, Luxray. I'll just use that as an example. I'm sure that there's a lot out there. But yeah, Luxray, it seemed good, but it just really wasn't. Like, it just doesn't get any strong attacks. Hopefully it's a little bit better in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Oh, I didn't turn this down. No wonder it's a little... I mean, it's good music, but I had the volume up. I'm sorry if it was loud, chat. Let's see. Weird to think that YouTube is a lesser of two evils, but goes to show how far Twitch have gone off track. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Is Shinx in both games? Which games? What are you talking about? If you're talking about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, these games haven't released yet. If you're talking about Diamond and Pearl, yes. They're in both games. Hamby Palm and the Gold Nuzlocke? That was a disappointment. That was a disappointment. Although you mean APOM. But I didn't really expect much, honestly. So I guess that's fine. Yeah, K-Chan, I don't really know about competitive teams. Kind of the wrong person to ask here. I have a question. What was the deck you used to get the snazzy jacket? It was Blaine's Arcanine and Neo Genesis Typhlosion, the one with the coin flip. It was pretty much just that. I probably have the list around somewhere. Favorite water Pokemon other than Marill? Weasel. Do you like Weasel a lot? It's in my top 10. Oh, you know, someone asked about a Vulpix plushie last week, and I actually did go ahead and fish it out. Look at this cute little thing. It's like the old Vulpix. Like, this thing is, like... does it still have the tag? Oh, I cut the tag off of it. But yeah, it's like the ancient one. It's very cute, though, but it does look a little different. What song is this? This is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon... Fugitives or Runaway or something like that. Also known as Gladian's battle theme from Sun and Moon. Okay, chat, I have a question for you. Do you cut the tags off of your plushes? And this is, I could see this being a big yikes for a lot of people that do. I really don't know what the etiquette is. I always kind of felt like tags get in the way. It's like, you know, if I have something, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not gonna get rid of it. I want to keep it. And I feel like the tags, you know, they are just, they're imprisoning it. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, you know, I can never resell this thing because the tags are gone. Not that I'd ever want to, but, you know, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. I could see it being a personal kind of decision, you know. Do you do that? Do you like to do that? Do you not? Like, I'm sure it does cut into the value, but, you know, if it's a plush that you just want for yourself, I feel like kind of having it there. Like this Vulpix, for example. Where were the tags? Okay, so they were like right down here by its leg. So I feel like when I set it down, it was just like always kind of around there. Like, that's not good. This Mudkip, I guess I left its tag on. So it's like right down here, which, I mean, this is a better spot for it. Also, this is a big Mudkip. A very big Mudkip. I like it. It's not even the biggest Mudkip I have. I have the sleeping one as well. And yes, you did hear I like Mudkip. You heard it. You heard it. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm more of the belief that I just want to... I just want them. I don't need to worry about, like, keeping them in pristine condition. Like, I like to collect, but it's kind of the same thing with games, you know? Rarely do I keep games sealed. This is my largest Pokemon plush. I previously had a jumbo Pikachu. It was huge. I was gonna give it as a gift, but things happened. Okay, I'll go get you my big one. I'll be right back. This is a fun one. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I was hoping that Substitute here would fit in the chair. But yeah, it's a little too short. But yeah, this is a big jumbo Substitute plush. I like it. Oh, that's too big. I feel like it's way too big. The thing's huge. I had the medium-sized one, but then I gave it to a friend. And I don't regret that, but it was a much better size, I feel. Okay. Nice, well, happy birthday, Behemoth Giant. Buy an Oshawott plushie? Nice. Do I keep all of my former playthrough teams or delete them? I usually try to keep them if I can. Every now and then I'll have to like restart a game, but usually I try to like transfer them or trade them away or something like that. Any unpopular mod that I adore? There's a lot. There's a lot that I like that a lot of people don't. Bidoof I know is one. My hair though, what the heck happened there? Yeah, Bidoof. I really like Bidoof. It's great. What else? I mean, you don't need anything else other than Bidoof. What kept me going for the Nuzlocks and Wedlocks? The story? I couldn't just give up. It did get very stressful and there was a lot of pressure, but I really wanted to see it through. Like, I had to make it their adventure. The grinding was the worst. I remember you saying at one point that the Pokemon Black Wedlock was your favorite Nuzlocke-style series. What did I feel made this lock shine above the rest? The ad-libbing I did in that series was just spot on. And the funny thing is, that was before I had the ability to redub any dialogue. Like, I recorded my audio and the game's audio on the same track, so I couldn't just go back and fix any mistakes. You know, I couldn't. So that was crazy. But I really like the humor in that. Like, I feel like there were great characters. I feel like it was, you know, just really, really awesome. And, yeah. It's still my favorite, I think. Still my favorite. Let's see. What are my thoughts on the remake of Pearl? And also probably answer this already, but am I going to be streaming or doing the new games coming up? Those are two separate questions. I'll kind of bundle them in one. So, I'm kind of leaning towards doing Brilliant Diamond as a recorded playthrough, not a stream, around the time it's released. As for what are my thoughts on them? Well, I'm looking forward to having the games released. You know, at first I'm like, we don't really need them, and I still don't think we need them, but I'm looking forward for the nostalgia. I think that'll be fun. Would you recommend Mystery Dungeon DX to someone who's played all the Mystery Dungeons before, except Gates to Infinity? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. It's actually one of my favorites, and it's the only one that I really felt like motivated to complete. I mean, it's crazy, but it is so mechanically different than the first one, like the original, the one that it's remaking. It's so mechanically different. You can basically recruit a small mob, actually a pretty decent sized mob, through a dungeon, and the whole like mechanics and stuff as far as there's kind of like ability-esque things that they have, like I don't remember what they're called, like traits or something. It's not traits, but whatever it is, it's like an ability that they can get, and you can change it around, and it's just so customizable. Like, it feels mechanically different from any other of the Mystery Dungeon games. It's probably the most like Super, but it's still different enough from it. As for the storyline, it's almost exactly like the original, which is good. I mean, they keep it to that same kind of thing, but I feel like they do enough positive changes and just quality of life, and also just making it a really solid game. Like, I feel like it was really well done. Yeah, rare qualities, that's what it is. Rare qualities. And, you know, they're kind of like Emera from Super Mystery Dungeon. They're a lot like that, except it's permanent and each Pokemon can have them. And I just love running around through dungeons with a mob. It's so great. Let's see. Do I think the Pokemon Company can make new Pokemon Ranger games for all of us Nintendo Switch players? I really don't know. That's going to be way different because it depends heavily on the stylus, and I don't know how they'd be able to do that on the Switch. I'm not really familiar with the Ranger games. Those are like the ones I never really got around to playing. I have, I think, 2 of them. Someday I'll do it. But I know that they are very stylus heavy, so I don't know if it'd be feasible to remake it on the Switch. Like, I know the Switch has a touchscreen, but it's not as precise. What was my favorite Nuzlocke style challenge which ended in failure? I'm not gonna spoil any. I'm not gonna spoil any, so yeah. Be looking forward to getting DX in the future. I think you'll really like it. I think you will. I really loved what they did as far as changing it. And I feel like they make it easier in some ways, but at the same time, I feel like there's autosave everywhere. So you can't do like, you know, save manipulation stuff. You can't like save before going in a dungeon, and then if you lose stuff, you're done. So, but it's fun. Like, I feel like it wasn't super, super hard, but I feel like it was also a pretty good challenge. And it was mechanically different from the first, that it made it interesting. And even though you can only bring in 3 Pokemon as opposed to 4, like, you can recruit so many temporary ones along the way. It's great. Love it. I want Explorers DX so much. Yeah, I think that'd be really nice. I'd love to see it in an HD 2D style, though. I think that'd be really cool. Kind of like Octopath Traveler. I also want black and white remakes like that. I think that'd be really neat. Yeah, Super Mystery Dungeon's pretty hard. I think it's probably the hardest of the Rescue Team games. Or Mystery Dungeon. The Rescue Team games, wow. But I think Pokemon Conquest should have another chance as well. I don't think it needs a remake. I wouldn't mind another tactical RPG Pokemon game, but I don't think it needs to be Conquest. I feel like just as it is, it's fine. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not of the belief that every game needs to be remade. I like to see new stuff. Never liked playing the Super Mystery Dungeon? I don't blame you if you didn't get to the later chapters. Like, the first dozen or so chapters are so boring. They build character, but man, they do not represent the game or even its storyline. Happy Paddy's Day, love from Dublin, Ireland. Nice. Well, happy Paddy's Day to you as well. I've got my green on, and I got a green screen instead of a blue screen, but it's cool to see some love from over in Ireland. I haven't been there myself, but my grandpa, he went there quite a few times. He loves it. I always think it'd be a cool place to go. Oh, yeah. Yeah! Sky Pillar on Rescue Team DX is rough. Very rough. Alright, what inspired you / how did you come up with the rules for the Wedlock Challenge? I try to wedlock every main series game that comes out. Some of the most fun I've had playing Pokemon. So, this was like 2012, I want to say. Early 2012, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about Nuzlocke. Like, I hadn't even done any for my channel. But it was, I was just, I don't know, lonely and looking for something to do on Valentine's Day. So it's like, hey, you know what? I'd only tried like one Nuzlocke, like in a car ride with a friend once as we were all going down to a tournament. He wasn't driving, don't worry. But, we tried one then. And then I was thinking, that could be kind of fun, maybe just doing one. But I wanted to do something different. So I started thinking about these different rules and thinking, it would be cool if there was a way that you could, like, kind of have... It wasn't even so much about, like, the whole male-female, the whole, like, oh, they're in love dynamic. Honestly, I wanted to have something where you were restricted and something that would be a challenge and something where you couldn't just say, oh, this or that. And thinking, okay, well, things that you can see that are random on Pokemon... their gender. So it's like, okay, well, let's do something like that where you pair them up and then you can only switch between those two. And, I came up with a few different things, and that's when I started the trial run on my Japanese black version. That was actually the first wedlock I'd ever done. The first that was ever done, for that matter. And it was a good test run. I didn't actually beat it, but I did get 8 badges in. And it was a really good experiment. But I think I started it on, like, Valentine's Day, because it's like, all right, let's just do something to get my mind off of being lonely or whatever. And it helped. It was fun. It was cool. And, like, I kept it up since then. I don't remember for sure if I started it on that day or if it, like, that was when I started thinking of the rules. I think I might have been thinking about it before, but I really don't know. But that's the gist of it. All right, let's see. Do I recommend any capture cards for DS Lite or 3DS? Well, I don't really know where you can get them. It's kind of up to you, but I use the loopy models of 3DS. I had a Katsukity one, and it never worked for me, so it was a lot of money down the drain, which really stinks. So I wouldn't recommend them. But I don't think either are in active production now, so you have to get them third party. Let's see. Is there an evolution you wish to see that isn't already out? Wouldn't mind seeing a dragon evolution. I think that'd be pretty cool. Plus, I think that would be the final of the special-based, like, types. Like, if you were to go with Gen 3 and earlier, like, types for special-based or types for physical-based, I think every single one of them is represented, assuming Fairy would be special, which it probably would be. Except for Dragon. So, yeah. Have a Katsukity capture card like a year ago. Problem with the USB port. Sorry, I can't use it. Yep, that's mine. I have that same thing, except it was before I even had a chance to use it. And I already transferred all my stuff over there, so I didn't really want to send it back. So it just was a waste. Let's see. Oh, nice, Mickey. That's awesome. Hi, Marriland. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I have 23 cousins on my dad's side. He was born in Ireland. I visited Ireland in 2015 when I was 15. Stayed up all flight, fully awake. Oh, man. That's crazy. But can the capture card be fixed? I really don't know. I know that the place I bought it from, legally, they can't even make those modifications anymore. They changed the laws in Japan, so you can't modify it. Someone might be able to repair it. If I can transfer my stuff off of it, I might even try it myself, because I got nothing to lose. I just don't want to lose my content, because there's no way to really back it up. I might try that sometime. Hey, Marriland, long time no see. Will you ever finish the Sword and Shield walkthrough on your website? Yes, I will. My website, right now, the main focus, this has been something I've been working on behind the scenes for months, literally months. It's so close to being done, but it's the Pokedex. once I have the Pokedex updated, so it will support all the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and also be ready for past generations as well. Like, that's not going to be done right away, but like, just mechanically, I had to rebuild it essentially from scratch, nearly from scratch, to accommodate all of these different generations and stuff. So that's been what I've been working on for the past several months. Once I get done with that, the team builder tool on the site is next, and then after that, Sword and Shield walkthrough, and then going back to other walkthroughs is absolutely in my plan. Like, that's something I feel very strongly about, but I also know that the Pokedex is like the key to everything else in the site, because it needs to, like, if I have the data for that, then showing things like the encounter tables and trainer tables and links and stuff like that just goes so much smoother. It's just a much better experience for everyone. So that is my long-term goal, to have walkthroughs for a majority of games, actually. Like, if I had a 5 or 10 year goal, you know, I'd want having walkthroughs for more and more games to be there. Because once the Pokedex is done, it only needs updates every now and then, which is nice. Oh man, what did I think of the Sword and Shield DLC? It was alright. I'm not sure if it was really worth $30, but I really do like the Dynamax adventures with friends. That's been a nice little pastime that we do every now and then. I still haven't gotten any shiny though, which really stinks, because I've put in probably 15 or 20 hours. I don't even know how long. But yeah. Everything else, it's okay. I didn't really care for Isle of Armor that much, but, you know. How long do you work on your website on average daily, and how do you prevent yourself from burning out? Well, it really depends. Like, the problem of being, you know, a self-employed, we'll just say, is, you know, you're your own boss. Like, you know, I can sleep, I have to reply to things outside of normal times. You know, it's not like I just have days off. So it really varies. You know, some days it's literally nothing. Some days it's like I have other things I needed to do instead that are still related. Like, okay, let's take opening the boxes. You know, that's not technically for my website, but it's something I need to do. YouTube stuff, also stuff I need to do. So, you know, it really does vary. If I had to guess though, like, if I'm working in a given day, I like to put in at least 3 hours. But oftentimes because I use like an app on my phone that keeps track of time. I think that's really handy. You know, sometimes it's like 7 hours, 8 hours. So it's not like 15-hour grind fest. It's not anything like that. But, you know, a lot of it, you know, a lot of other stuff holds me back. And also, you know, when you are your own boss, mood can affect you too. You know, programming, it's pretty intensive. I don't like to force myself to work on it if I feel like I'm not going to be productive. Sometimes I find it's easier just to get into a state of mind where I really can jam. And it can be tough because you feel like you're not getting things done, but sometimes it's better from a productivity standpoint that you don't really have that flexibility if it's more of a, you know, you're being employed by someone. So I do like that freedom, but it can be a pain. I have an outside job from YouTube or Twitch. Working on my website. That is my main thing right now. But I've been very distracted from it lately. There's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I can't really talk about. Like, there are some exciting things for sure, but there's a lot that's like, it's not just as simple as this is what I do all the time. And, you know, I'm not calling you out or anything. I'm just like trying to explain you know, just how it is, because it's definitely different. I do consider myself fortunate that, you know, I have flexibility and freedom, and I do see the site doing very well. Like, even right now, it's doing fantastic, and I know it's at like 5% of what it will be by the end of the year, which is exciting. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. I see that as being something really good. Have I ever thought about doing a Marriland big mail services? You know, every now and then, Yeah, but I never really got around to it. Like, I didn't really want to go through the hassle of opening up a P.O. box and stuff. I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but it's something that I don't really want to, I don't really want to do right now during the pandemic. Like, that doesn't really seem like a good time for it. But maybe when things kind of open up again, maybe when, you know, it's a little safer, I'll look into that as an option. I forgot about this music, the Battle Tree boss. I don't think I've ever gone much, like, I haven't gone very far in the Battle Tree in Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at all. I got so scared because, like, my first time going through there, I got completely destroyed because there was a Arcanine that had burn up and I didn't know what the heck it did, and it just, like, it destroyed me. And then on top of that, after it destroyed me, I couldn't hit it with any super effective move. I'm like, what happened? What? This game is glitchy. I mean, I didn't know at the time that burn up removes its fire type, but man, that scared me. It didn't just scare me, it scarred me too. Oh, so needless to say, I haven't ever gotten to hear this music in the game. Oh man. Would I recreate the Rattata suite? Probably not. Like, that was when the strategy was really new. I mean, it was just essentially theory crafting on GameFAQs. Like, I did not make the fear strategy. I never have claimed to. I'll definitely take credit for helping popularize it, but yeah, it was something I read on the GameFAQs message board way back, and it was neat. Like, I didn't think it actually worked. It actually worked out perfect in that fight. But, you know, now everyone knows it, so it's like, yeah. Have I heard the music for the Battle Tower in Sword and Shield? Yeah, I actually did get through the Battle Tower in that. That's not as bad. Oh, nice. Well, that's great to hear, Matt. I will be updating that soon or the team builder for past generations at some point. Like, not right away, but that is in the fairly immediate plans. So you can get all of your pre-fairy type matchups and stuff like that. I want to have it support Diamond and Pearl stuff too. Give them a chance to kind of get their teams planned out. I need to figure out what I want to use. I don't really know. I want to try a few different ones. Oh man, what's your favorite cartoon if you have one? Oh man, there's quite a few. Like, I used to watch a lot of cartoons when I was a kid. I don't know, like, I think still to this day I really like Rocko's Modern Life. Like, it's great. But otherwise, I mean, I grew up with like Doug, Rugrats, Hey Arnold. I was definitely more of like a Nickelodeon kid. Else. There are a few others recently. Recently, I found I liked the Steven Universe. That was a lot of fun. That was a good one. Never got into like SpongeBob and stuff. Oh, you're gonna Nuzlocke your first playthrough? Oh man, that's crazy, Matt. Good luck with that. Do I think the Battle Tower will be coming back in the remakes for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I actually like this Elite Four battle theme. I didn't like it as much at first, but it's very ominous, you know? I think it has that really kind of ominous feeling, which is actually perfect for that time of the game where it's like, oh man, you go there and do stuff. Favorite gem in Steven Universe? Oh man. I don't know. I mean, they're all good in different ways. Oh, man, that's a tough one. I mean, Pearl's good, but she can be a little bossy sometimes. I think I just like Garnet. I mean, I like them all for the most part, but like Garnet's really reasonable. Love this E4 theme. Yeah. No, it is really good. You're unexpected the person that introduced you to Minecraft. Nice. Check out this. Oh, wait, where did the weasel go? Hold on, I'll show you the weasel that I built. We were just talking Minecraft not that long ago. Oh yeah. Cool weasel statue thing built on the TRG Craft server. I could probably crop this too. There we go. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Just realized I've been watching you for half my life, which is insane. Found your channel in 2009 when I was 12, and now I'm 24 working as a high school math teacher. Holy smokes, that is crazy. Have I seen Luca's house yet? I did. It's so pretty. I can't believe she built that like so fast. It doesn't surprise me. She's pretty talented with stuff like that. I used the gravel Tom got. I had to use it. He threw the gauntlet down. I built that all in one night, so he's gonna log in one day and he's gonna be like, whoa. Nice, Maddie. Yeah, Hermitcraft's still really cool. I don't watch them as often, but I tune in every now and then. Alright, see ya, Advaith. I got that right. Least favorite starter line? Turtwig? Either Turtwig or Litten. I don't really like Turtwig. It's good. It's very strong, but just doesn't. I don't really like the turtles. It's weird. Will I be a part of TRG Coliseum this year? Well, we'll have to see. But if I am going to be, I'll be sure to announce it when the time's ready. Man, I'm out of water. I'm also getting pretty close to out of time. We've been at this for almost 2 hours, but I think it's been a lot of fun. So I think I'll do maybe like 1 or 2 more questions, and then I think we'll wrap things up. And I think I actually figured out the the weekly end screen thing for some supporters. I actually remembered this time. We're gonna do the full weekly or monthly supporter wall of supporters. We'll do that probably next week, because I think I'm gonna skip next Wednesday and do Thursday, or not next Wednesday, but the one after that. Ooh yeah, this is some good music. I know I don't like to be out of water. Takes a lot out of you though when you're talking for 2 hours, you know. All right, let's see. Opinion on Superior. Like, as far as stats and moves, I was really disappointed. But as far as like design, it's all right. Like, it's not my favorite, but it's not like my least favorite or anything. Do you try to keep up with new programming languages? I wish I were better at that. I do at least like to kind of hear about them and kind of see what they're about. Like, I've looked into a few different ones, although they're probably ancient by now. Like, I remember looking up Go and trying to see if that was something I wanted to do. Go Lang. I didn't end up doing it, but I definitely like kind of just seeing, you know, does it work for me? And I'm basic. Like, I learned PHP. I still use it just because it does a pretty good job on websites, and a lot of stuff's already for it. I know it's not the best, but it's still all right. I think a lot of it's still, you know, what you're doing with it. If you're doing, and this goes for any language too, like if there's a reason why one language works better than the other, it's great. Like, I've looked at trying to get Node going, and I don't know. probably the most exciting answer you'll ever hear if you're not a programmer. It's like, what are all these words? What do they mean? When did you become a Pokemon fan? What year did you become a Pokemon fan? 1998, possibly 97. I don't remember. As soon as I saw it in the Nintendo Power, I really liked it. But I think they might have shown it even in 97. But I first started playing the games in 98. So, a long time. Very long time. Oh, man. Let's see. What else? I don't know if there's anything else I have to say. Speaking of, I think we'll have this as the last question, which is going to be probably disappointing, but speaking of languages, do you know any other languages besides English? I can read some Japanese. I can read katakana in Japanese almost perfectly. Like, that makes so much sense to me. I can write it. I can read some hiragana, like probably most hiragana, but again, it's like looking at, let's say, German. You know, the letters look familiar, but unless you know the words, it's like, oh, what is all this? So, yeah. But I know a few words even in hiragana, and I know a few kanji symbols. Like, I might not be able to pronounce them, but like, I'd say maybe 40 or 50. Like, I just kind of know what they are. So I never took any courses or anything. I'm sure if I actually did, it'd be great. I found when I was cleaning up my my closet the other day, I found the book that I first borrowed from the library. I mean, I got a copy of the book since then. It's not overdue, don't worry. But it was a dictionary, a Japanese to English dictionary. That's where I actually learned a lot of it when I was just a kid. And I would like memorize the tables. I would memorize all that stuff, try to have it all down. And, you know, katakana was the most fun for me because I didn't need to actually learn the individual words. It was just about kind of translating existing things like my name or names of places into something else and thinking of it like phonetically. Like, it was really cool. And it ended up being an extremely valuable asset to me because that gave me an edge while working on my website in 2006 for the Japanese version of Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, like you kind of said, Shiny Misty. That was a huge help. So it was something that I didn't take properly. And in hindsight, I wish I would have, but I didn't really have the money for it back in the day. And I don't even know if I have the time for it now. I would like to learn. I think that would be fun. But I at least have a basic comprehension of that. Other than that, nope. I don't know anything. I particularly don't know French. That scares the daylights out of me. Also, thank you so much, Atomachi Una, for the $2 super chat saying Marriland jacket YouTube/Discord emotes when? You gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. You gotta go through a tournament and all that. Where did I get the book? You could buy that sometime. You know, it's literally like probably 25 years old. I wouldn't recommend necessarily getting that specific one. But I think it's a Random House one, if I'm not mistaken. But honestly, I wouldn't learn from a dictionary. I wouldn't learn it from there. All right, anyway, I think we are going to leave it there. We're going to wrap things up for this week. I want to... Boop. Hey, there we go. We got it on the screen. Yeah, so... Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this week. We'll be doing this again next week. I don't see any issues coming up next Wednesday. I think Thursday it will be, or not Thursday. The one after the 24th will be on the 1st, which will be a Thursday. And it will also be the first day of April. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so that should be fun. Again, if you are in Europe and if you do observe summertime, the times are going to go back again because I already went through mine. That was why it was an hour earlier today if you're over there. But then after that, it should be all synced up and everything, so that should be good. And I want to give a big thanks to the Pearl tier / Shiny Big Service tier supporters on YouTube and Patreon. We have Otomachi Una 597, over on Patreon, and the Loof here on YouTube. Actually, for that matter, Tomochi's here on YouTube as well, but has the Pearl tier over on Patreon. So thank you so much for that. I will say this, I like how interactive you are. Looking forward to the new content. Well, thanks. I know these streams are just kind of like basic, and I'll say in advance, I'm not very interactive in the beginning of these streams. I like to just kind of use that time to get what I need to say out, and then spend the time where we can just like chill. So, I mean, as long as you know that going into it, I think that works out. But yeah, anyway, thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for the support. It really means a lot. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're looking forward to some of the plans I have. Again, I don't think I have any like actual videos scheduled for the rest of the month. There's still one more stream. We'll see, who knows. I get stuff sent all the time. It'll be like, hey, so, but I don't have anything planned. But for April, there is a series coming up, hopefully. Looking forward to that. I'd like to do Monster Sanctuary after that, just as a fun project. And then we'll see what happens after that. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you on the next stream, which should be on the 24th, unless anything happens. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, everyone.